Good afternoon. So the concept of orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, that is OFDM. Now we have already seen the what is OFDM, how it works. So what is OFDM? OFDM, that is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. It is a digital multi-carrier modulation scheme which extend the concept of a signal subcarrier modulation by using a multiple subcarrier within the same signal channel. So rather than transmit a high rate stream of data with a single subcarrier, the OFDM makes the use of large number of closely spaced orthogonal subcarrier that are transmitted in parallel. So each subcarrier is modulated with a digital modulation scheme such as QPSK, 16QAM, etc. at low symbol rate. So OFDM is based on a well-known technique of frequency division multiplexing, that is FDM. And in FDM, the different stream of information are mapped onto a separate parallel frequency channel. What happened in FDM? Here a different stream of information are mapped onto a separate parallel frequency channel. So each FDM channel is separated from the other by a frequency guard band to reduce a interference between the adjacent channel. The OFDM scheme differs from the traditional FDM in the ways: the first is the multiple carrier, which is called as a subcarrier. Multiple carrier, which is called as a subcarrier, which carry the information stream. Then second is the subcarrier are orthogonal to each other. Then third is a guard interval is added to each symbol to minimize the channel delay spread and inter-symbol interference. So the main concept of OFDM signal and the interrelationship between the frequency and the time domain. In frequency domain, the multiple adjacent tones or the subcarriers are each independently modulated with a complex data. In inverse FFT transform is performed on the frequency domain subcarrier to produce the OFDM symbol in the time domain, and then in the time domain guard intervals are inserted between each of the symbol to prevent inter-symbol interference at the receiver caused by a multipart delay spread in the radio channel. So multiple symbols can be concatenated to create the final OFDM burst signal. Now idealized system model transmitter. So here the diagram for the same is given. So it consists of constellation mapping, then serial to parallel connected transmitter. FFT is connected in between the transmitter and in between the DAC and the constellation mapping. So here S of n is the signal. It is a serial stream of binary digit. S of n is the serial stream of binary digit. So these are first demultiplexed into n parallel stream. So each one is mapped to a symbol stream using a same modulation constellation, that is QM or PSK, etc. An inverse FFT is computed on each set of symbol, giving a set of complex time domain samples. So these samples are then quadrature mixed to a passband in the standard way, and the real and imaginary components are first converted to analog domain using digital to analog converter. So analog signals are then used to modulate a cosine and sine wave at the carrier frequency. at the carrier frequency FC respectively. So these signals are then summed to give the transmitted signal, that is S of t. So this is idealized system model transmitter. Then this diagram shows the receiver diagram. So here it consists of the receiver picks up the signal R of t, which is then quadrature mixed down to a baseband using sine and cosine and the sine wave at the carrier frequency, and this also creates a signal which is centered on 2fc, so low pass filter are used to reject this, and the baseband signals are then sampled and digitized using analog to digital converter, that is ADC, and forward, that is FFT, is used to convert back to the frequency domain, and this returns n parallel stream, each of which is converted to a binary stream using an appropriate symbol detector. So these streams are then recombined into a serial stream, that is S of n, which is an estimate of the original binary stream at the transmitter. So this is a receiver. R of t is the input signal to the receiver. Then it is then given to the ADC. In transmitter there is a DAC, in receiver there is a ADC, then FFT, transform, symbol detection, and at the end there is parallel to serial connection. In transmitter we use the serial to parallel connection, in receiver the parallel to serial connection, and the output S of n signal, that is the serial stream, which is an estimate of the original binary stream at the transmitter, is given here. So here is the block diagram of the OFDM. Now the OFDM system involves a lots of trade-off and differing necessities. So the subsequent parameters could be a part of general OFDM system requirements are data rate, available bandwidth, BER, and the delay spread of the channel. Now how the implementation of the OFDM takes place? So it is implemented by combining the different blocks which are shown here. So the OFDM is a multi-carrier modulation technique that use a overlap signal to divide the frequency selective channel into a number of narrow band flat fading channel, and the FFT encodes the block of the symbol instead of sending the data sequentially on a single carrier at high symbol rate. So the sub-channel are made orthogonal by spacing the subcarrier at the increase of symbol time. The multipath fading can be nullified by making the symbol period of sub-channel longer in their length as compared to the multipath delay spread. The signal having high noise and interference is deactivated, thus decreasing the effect of fading and interference. The OFDM modulation technique is generated through the use of complex signal processing approaches such as the FFT and inverse FFT, that is fast Fourier transform, in the transmitter and receiver section of the radio. So one of the benefit of OFDM is its strength in fighting the adverse effect of multipath propagation with respect to intersymbol interference in channel. The OFDM is also spectrally efficient because the channel are overlapped and continuous. The block diagram is shown here. So in this system, the input data are FEC, which is coded with the techniques such as convolution code, and the diversity gain is obtained by interleaving the coded bit stream. When the constellation points are mapped after a group of channel bits are grouped together. Now the data is serial, which is represented by a complex number, and at this point the mapping technique such as a pilot map is used, and a serial to parallel converter is used, and IFFT, that is inverse FFT, is applied on the complex parallel data. So as per the need of transmission subcarrier, the transformed data are grouped, and in every block of the data the cyclic prefix is inserted and the data is multiplexed in a serial fashion. Now the OFDM data are modulated and the digital data is converted into analog by using a DSC, and RF modulation is also performed. So the transmitted OFDM signal goes through all anomalies and hostility of wireless channel. The receiver performs the down conversion of the signal and convert the signal into digital domain by using ADC. So the synchronization is needed during the down conversion of the signal, and the OFDM signal is demodulated by using FFT, and the channel estimation is performed, and a complex received data are demapped according to the constellation diagram. So at the last the original signal is received by using FEC coding and decoding. Then the OFDM block diagram consists of the random data generator, data mapping, serial to parallel converter, digital modulation scheme used in OFDM transmitter. So what is random data generator? Random data generator, the function of this random generator is to generate a random uniform data in the range of 0 to m minus 1, where m is the Marie number and it can be either a scalar or vector. So if we define it as a scalar, then all output random variables are independent and identically distributed. So if we consider the input signal as a vector, then the size of initial seed must be equal to the size of the vector, and if the initial seed is constant, then the resulting noise is repeatable. Then the data mapping means what? A serial to parallel conversion of the data is done according to a modulating technique used. So the data is transmitted by assigning a unique word to each carrier, and the symbol are allocated to each of the subcarrier, which are phase map and are represented by a complex in phase or quadrature in phase. Then serial to parallel converter. So the main function of serial to parallel converter is to convert the serial data parallelly, and the parallel data is transmitted by assigning a unique word to each of the subcarrier. So once the symbol So the main function of serial to parallel converter is to convert the serial data parallelly, and the parallel data is transmitted by assigning a unique word to each of the subcarrier. So once the symbol has been allocated to each of the subcarrier, then they are phased mapped accordance with the modulating scheme. Then the next is the digital modulation scheme used in OFDM transmitter. So it is one of the advantage of the OFDM that a different modulation scheme can be applied to each sub-channel depends on a channel condition, data rate, robustness, throughput and channel bandwidth, and there could be a different modulation scheme applied specified by a complex number, that is QPSK 16 QAM. So the modulation to OFDM sub-channel can be made adaptive after getting information and estimation of a channel at transmitter. Also it consists of IFFT, that is inverse FFT frequency domain to time domain conversion. The orthogonality of the subcarrier is maintained and the frequency domain signal are converted into a time domain, and the generation of real output signal is achieved by arranging the conjugate of subcarrier. So in this stage the technique like IFFT mapping, zero mapping and selector bank is included to overcome the problem of length of the subcarrier and the beam size. The next point is the guard period. So this is the last part of the OFDM signal which is copied and inserted at the beginning of the signal. The length of the signal should be equal or greater than the time dispersion of the signal. So in this way, increase the length of the signal from to to. Again at the receiver, the guard band is removed. One of the proposals suggests using a quiet burst for a spectrum sensing. During the quiet burst, some OFDM symbol in the subframe can be replaced by the sensing period. So another suggestion from the same source utilizes the proposed downlink uplink switching time for spectrum sensing, and this sensing interval so during the quiet burst, some OFDM symbol in the subframe can be replaced by the sensing period. So another suggestion from the same source utilizes the proposed downlink uplink switching time for spectrum sensing. This sensing interval is however asynchronous and the length of the sensing interval varies with a distance from WRAN base station. So some scheme was proposed to use the guard interval of OFDM symbol for a spectrum sensing, and this scheme is generic and does not depend on the distance from the base station. This scheme can detect a primary users much quicker due to a very high frequency of the spectrum sensing. So most importantly, explicit sensing interval need not be allocated and thus it does not affect a spectrum utilization. Then the next is guard interval insertion and removal. So the sensitivity to the time synchronization is achieved and it also eliminates the pulse shaping filter. So when the length of the guard interval is longer than the duration of the channel impulse response, then ISI can completely be removed. However, as the transmission efficiency reduces with the insertion of the guard interval, the interval must be chosen sufficiently small. So the most commonly used guard interval is the cyclic prefix. Then parallel to serial converter. So the final stage in the implementation must undo the first stage, that is a switch is used to time division multiplex the 4 individual bit signals into a single sequence. Then FFT, that is time domain to a frequency domain conversion. The OFDM distributes the data over a large number of carriers at a different frequencies, and this spacing provides the orthogonality which prevent the receivers to see wrong frequencies. So in opposite to other multi-carrier techniques like CDMA, OFDM, it prevents the inter-symbol interference by adding a cyclic prefix. One of the key features of the OFDM is the IFFT and FFT pair. So these two mathematical tools are used to transform a several signal on a different carriers from the frequency domain to a time domain in the IFFT and from time domain to frequency domain in FFT. Now what is PAPR? So it is defined as the square of the peak amplitude to the ratio of square of peak RMS value. So it is one of the problem in the OFDM system. The input symbol of the IFFT possesses a uniform power spectrum, but the output of IFFT result a non-linear or a spiky power spectrum. So for reduction technique for the PAPR, the sum of the method proposed to overcome the effect of this PAPR is that and the different PAPR reduction technique is used according to the need of the system. Then compounding technique. So in this technique, at the transmitter side the signal is compressed, and again at the receiver signal is decompressed, that is reverse. So these techniques are used in lower resolution for higher amplitude and higher resolution for the lower amplitude, and a membryless transformation is used to squeeze the signal at the transmitter side, and by considering the approximate each distribution of the OFDM signal, and the amplitude level are enlarged at the receiver side. So the probability distribution of the amplitude of the OFDM signal is changed, and the reduction in PAPR is achieved by both compressing and decompressing the amplitude. So this is all about the compounding technique. The block coding scheme with the error detection. So this method is proposed so that the design block codes not only minimize the PAPR but it also give the error correction capability. So basically it consists of the transmitter and receiver, and in this system at the transmitter side error correcting coding interleaving process is done over the data stream, and the data stream that is sent is in the form of a symbol that has undergone a quadrature amplitude modulation. Then the symbol stream is assigned to one of the subcarrier with an assigned symbol. So every subscriber will operate at a particular frequency. In frequency domain, the symbol frame is formed with a group of symbol from all subcarrier. OFDM is a multi-carrier transmission technology which is used to obtain a higher data rate in the multipath fading environment of mobile communication. So the every symbol frame is transformed into a time frame with the help of n-point inverse Fourier transform. So the digital data stream is generated by this time of the frame, and finally the signal is amplified and transmitted to the antenna side. The convolution coding method with CRC error detection is used to provide high data security for the system, and the OFDM is sensitive to the phase and frequency noise. So, to minimize its correct pulse shape needs to be selected. OFDM is also it is possible to use a maximum likelihood decoding with a reasonable complexity. So it is one of the type of OFDM advantage. In OFDM receiver side, the symbol frame received is detected, so it has to adjust automatic gain control to the desired level, and a robust algorithm is to used to withstand a phase noise and also a frequency offset of the receiving unit that will interface with the synchronization process. In OFDM full form, it is basically two parts as transmitter receiver, where transmitter side error correcting coding interleaving process is done over the data stream, and the data stream which is sent is in the form of symbol that has undergone a quadrature amplitude modulation. So the symbol stream is assigned to one of the subcarrier with assigned symbol, and every subscriber will operate at a particular frequency. So in this frequency domain, the symbol frame is formed with the group of symbol from all subcarrier, and the OFDM is a multi-carrier transmission technology. So OFDM is used to obtain a higher data rate in the multipath fading environment of mobile communication, and every symbol frame is transmitted into a time frame with the help of endpoint, that is inverse Fourier transformation. So the digital data stream is generated by this time of frames. Finally, the signal is amplified and transmitted to the antenna side. The convolution coding method with the CRC error detection is used to provide a high data security for the system. So the OFDM is sensitive to phase and frequency noise, and to minimize its correct pulse shape needs to be selected. The OFDM is also possible to use a maximum likelihood decoding with a reasonable complexity. So it is one type of the OFDM advantage. Also in OFDM receiver, the symbol frame received is detected. So is detected So OFDM is possible to use maximum likelihood decoding with reasonable complexity. So it is one of the type of OFDM advantage. In OFDM, the receiver side, the symbol frame received is detected, so it has to adjust automatic gain control to the desired level, and a robust algorithm is to be used to withstand a phase noise and also a frequency offset of the receiving unit that will interface with the synchronization process. So this is all about the block diagram of OFDM. This is all about the block diagram of OFDM. Thank you.